So Chris, it's the first defeat of pre-season against Stockton Town this afternoon. Just your thoughts on the game?
I think the game was fairly evenly matched. I think from the point of view of the first 45, given the goal away in the nature that we did for the first was disappointing to say the least after quite a bright start, the opening exchanges. I thought Stockton seemed to transition quite well against our inability to find that final pass to make sure that we had that real quality in possession. So that was a bit of a concern. The second goal, again, a bit of a disaster, bit of a nightmare. Certainly avoidable, and that obviously makes a bit of a mountain to climb. Given the fact it's pre-season, we were always going to make changes. We put a fairly inexperienced side out for the second 45, and I thought, in fairness, to the group for the second 45, we played quite well. We kept the ball well. We probed, we asked questions. We seemed to control the tempo of the game, but just didn't have enough to get back to level terms and potentially go on and win it. So the scoreline was a little bit disappointing. Like you say, there's plenty of constructive criticism I can put at the group on the back of that, but there's also some positives in there as well. So it's keeping it in perspective given the time of the season that it is.
I know one key factor you could say would be the conditions. Very uncharacteristic for pre-season. A lot of the new Whitby players as well probably not used to this as well.
Yeah, well, they need to get used to it fairly quickly because this is what we tend to come across. Most match days. We always get a win down here. Like I say, I think we can use that to our advantage, going into the season. But yeah, strange for this time of the year.
And obviously as well, looking at Stockton, obviously people see them as a Northern League side, but they're a very good side, and obviously quite a few ex-Whitby players in there. So I think it was one of those games that the sort of game you're going to expect, and it was always going to be tough.
Absolutely. We talked about the pre-season being progressive. We talked about obviously making sure that the challenges become more difficult as we go further into the pre-season, and that was today. I do feel that we've sort of missed a trick. I do feel that we needed to be better than what we were to win the game. I don't think there was an awful lot of difference between the two sides, and like you say, we can maybe feel a little bit aggrieved that we didn't get into stride and didn't make good use of possession and forward play that we had.
And just looking ahead, it's Wednesday night against Sunderland under 23. So again, a different type of challenge against some younger players who will be hungry to impress, I'm sure. Yeah,
absolutely. We'll spend long periods without the ball, and that's one of the reasons why we go to these places. We get some good fitness work in, we'll get some good organisation on the back foot, but we've also got steel and we've got real toughness about the group. So hopefully that might have an impact on the game.
Thank you very much, Chris.
Thank you.